What is up, guys? It is TF2 here, and today we're going to be talking about the Meet Your Match update that came out on TF2 about a week ago. And these are kind of going to be my thoughts on the update. I usually wait a week when updates usually come out for TF2 or any other game, mostly because some updates usually have bugs, and I want the bugs to be fixed before I give it my full and honest review or thoughts on it. And well, it's been a week now, so if they haven't fixed anything, that's their problem. And I'm gonna give it my honest, full thing, and I could say right now, I hate it. I honestly do. I wanted to love this update. I was actually very excited for this update. I waited 5 hours that Thursday it came out on Banny's stream, just waiting and sitting there and watching his stream, just like, oh, well, you know, what's everybody was asking him what the update's gonna be, you know, what's gonna be added, because he worked. Apparently, he worked alongside, you know, TF2 and Valve to get it done, or competitive done, and he wasn't giving in much information. He was just like, oh, I don't know. And again, like I said, I wanted to love this update, but it just came out and it was awful. And my friends can agree. A lot of people can agree. Apparently, the Steam user reviews on TF2 can't agree, as most of them have gone negative recently. But before I go into this, I want to say I love TF2. I will always love TF2. No matter where it goes, no matter what bad days it sees, I will love this game. It has gotten me into PC gaming. It's gotten me to do this channel. My channel basically revolves around this game, and I want to say that before this happens, because I don't want anybody being like, oh, you don't really know how this game works, or you don't really play this game that much. But I do. It's one of the this is like the most played game I've ever played in my life, more than Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is my favorite game ever. I've played this game more than that, which is, you know, pretty crazy. I mean, like, more people have played more hours of this game, but it's still one of my favorite games. I have about 750 plus hours on it, so it's, and again, not much compared to other people, but it's still quite a bit, considering, you know, counting actual hours in real life. So this is my opinion. You can have your own opinions. So if you guys are already typing in the chat a paragraph about why you liked it, that's you. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. You know, and you can say I'm wrong all you want, but this is my opinion. And if you guys, you know, like my opinion or you think it's actually valuable, thank you for listening. And yeah, let's get right into it. So mostly I'm going to be talking about the casual versus competitive game modes. But as of right now, I'm going to go into what actually happened the first and second day of the update. So the first day, again, like I said, I was watching Banny's stream for like 5 hours waiting for this update. So again, that's a lot of my valuable time waiting for this update to drop. And we were watching, and then this little server message came out on the side of the screen saying that this item server is going to be down for 15 minutes for the Nito update, which everybody was calling the Nito update was actually Meet Your Match. And we were all excited, we were all getting happy. I sent messages to my friends like, hey, get on, you know, the Nito update's coming. So yeah, and then we, you know, update drops, we all get on, we're in the matchmaking thing. A lot of glitches, very glitchy. I understood why it was glitchy. You know, it's a new update. Maybe some things haven't been, I guess, altered with, and they haven't really been tested that well. So I was accepting. At the first day, I was very accepting, until I got into or at least tried to get into a game. 2 hours goes by, not very happy. My mood turned from like, oh, you know, Valve, you know, they're Valve, man. Like, come on, give them some credit. They've been working on this very, very hard. But now, you know, 2 hours later, I'm kind of like, well, this is stupid. Like, why is this taking so long? So we don't get into a match the whole day. Forward. Second day, I wake up, get on my computer, hop on to see if there's been any updates. There was one, and it involved something with a medic, and I'm like, why is that the first thing they fix? You know, I was hopeful that day. I got up. That's why I kind of jumped out of bed. I'm like, oh yeah, they have to fix it by now. You know, everybody's complaining. They have to fix it. Still haven't fixed it. Servers are like really hard to get into still. I got into actually one, and it did not give me any XP after I did it, so again, I quit again out of rage. And Valve finally responded, I think about a couple hours later, saying that they knew the problems were there, they were fixing the problems, and they just be patient with them. And I was kind of like, oh, you know, okay, at least they're acknowledging it. They do the fix. Queue times are fixed now, going from second day to now, the queue times are fixed, so, you know, that's awesome. But now I'm going to go talk about the casual and competitive game mode. after like all this fixing and stuff. And we're gonna go into casual first because competitive doesn't have as many problems as casual. And I think everybody knows what the problem with casual is that it's not casual TF2 like we were used to. We're used to pubs, like Valve pubs, where there's all the gibbous-wearing guys, you got the tryhards, you got the peacefuls. That's not in this. I saw people trying to be peaceful, but we're just getting annihilated, so they left. A lot of Valve, like, or not a lot of Valve, but a lot of like new players are in there. Even they were complaining about the matchmaking and stuff, and I just think that's so like bad. Like I didn't really think this was the casual we were gonna get. I thought like it was gonna be them updating the server lists so we could actually get into find servers faster, just like other games do. But they changed, like they took away our option to go onto actual Valve pub servers instead of just like this casual mode. Like this has replaced that, like the pubs that we all loved. This has replaced it, which I think is just a very, very bad call by Valve. I mean, I thought this was just going to be added on alongside that. Apparently not. So going into some of the problems, some games, like I said, don't give XP. So like, say 2 of your guys on your team leave, you don't get any XP for some odd reason. I don't understand. Servers don't refill, a huge problem, especially since it is a casual mode. People are going to leave, and well, when people leave, it does not refill. So say 4 of your guys leave, you're probably gonna lose, and that kind of sucks. Like I wish you would get more people in there once they leave, especially with queue times not being as fast as they were. But they're kind of fast now, so I guess it works out a little bit well in the end. And again, like I said, the new casual mode just doesn't feel fun. It feels a little bit more serious than its pub counterpart, that hopefully they will realize that they made a mistake on and add back into the game. But that's kind of like the thing. Like I wonder if they'll actually add this back, because like usually when games come out with an update and it gets negative feedback, they don't really change the game back to the way it was. They kind of keep it and try to mold it into one that the community will like again. So I'm really interested in what they're gonna do, because I feel really bad for new players coming into this game, not experiencing the old TF2, but experiencing this new one that's just not as good as the old one. And that's why a lot of my friends have actually even uninstalled TF2 and just given up on it, which is awful. Like this game is not worth giving up on, especially since it's 9 years old and has survived this long. I think we should still give it hope. I want to give it hope, but as of right now, I've kind of given all my hope points up. I only had 3, and they're all gone. And so now we're gonna get into the competitive part. This part, the competitive was fine. I think it's fine. There's some issues that I feel that should be addressed or need to be addressed. One of those problems being there was no placement matches. Counter-Strike, if you guys have played Counter-Strike before, has placement matches. Overwatch has placement matches. Placement matches are basically where you play 10 games, either win or lose, and you will get a rank based on your performance. This game does not happen. It decides to go off a system where you start at level 1 and you have to work your way up, which I believe is a awful system, especially considering that some people do not have competitive experience or just maybe want to try out the game mode. Because the first game I ever got into was against, I think, 5 rank 5s and 1 rank 6, and my team was rank 1. Not only did the other enemy team have more experience than us, but they knew what they were doing. I mean, that's kind of our fault, because they were most likely better than us. But again, that was our first competitive match. We didn't know what we were doing. We couldn't like do as well as they did. So they basically steamrolled us, and we got mad. We decided to play another one, see if it was just that game that was bugged, and then we got into a game again with rank 4s and rank 5s, and we were very confused. So we basically gave up on it. And I just feel like that's weird. Like, why on earth are rank 1s facing rank 5s? It doesn't make sense. Like, I should be facing rank 1s and an occasional rank 2. That's how it should work, kind of like other games do. Like, they try to match you up people your rank and stuff. But apparently not. Apparently that's just maybe there was just not that many people playing, and they're like, hey, these two people are really close together, let's put them together. So that's not good. And also another thing, like it's a small minor thing, but I understand why Valve did it, is the field of view where you cannot change it. I mean, you could put minimal on, but in my opinion, minimal looks weird and not very good, and it just doesn't match the one I usually play on. and I usually play on 90 field of view, and now I cannot for some reason. It's like, oh, you can't do that, you know, and it's very disorienting. I can't find myself to play at such a low field of view, so that kind of sucks. And yeah, that's really all the problems. There's other things I could have gone on about, but I decided to leave them out because they were very minor. They added, you know, keyless crates, which are $2.50, which defeats the purpose. Like, I thought they were gonna be like $2, maybe like cheaper, because they just give you random hats. But apparently not. Apparently they want to go for another $2.50, like the regular key price. Which, I mean, I'm honestly, why are you uncrating in the first place? Like, trading is a much better way to get items. Especially since not keys, but crates on the market are 3 cents. You know, they're really cheap. So like, if you want to buy a key and get a case, that's probably gonna give you way more than just, you know, a freaking hat, a random hat. You know, I don't really know what they're going for there. Now they have starter packs, so if you don't want to actually play the game, you can just buy starter pack to give weapons for your favorite class. So overall, this freaking update was bad and really disappointing. Like, I found, again, like I said, I wanted this update to be amazing. I wanted this update to be playable, awesome. I think everybody kind of did, and seeing it this bad after all the work Valve has been, you know, doing on it for like 8 months. How long was competitive in beta for? Like 3, and it comes out and it's this bad. Like, I don't understand. I don't want to sound like a crybaby. I don't want to sit here and be like a privileged, like, kid that just sits on his computer all day, which is kind of what I am, I guess you could say. But like, I just don't want to sit here and appear like that. I like TF2. I love it, and I think the best fans of TF2 are the ones who criticize it. Like, and I haven't seen anybody do that. I think I saw one video on somebody who actually said that this update was awful, and that was some guy with 13 subscribers and 2 dislikes on his video. And like, the people who basically just sit there and know the update's bad and say it's good and like just suck TF2 off, those people aren't real fans of the game. They just, I mean, they may seem like it, but they're really not. And so if you agree with me, hit the like button. If you don't agree with me, I guess hit the dislike button, I guess, if you don't agree with me, and leave a comment why you disagree. Again, you are entitled to your own opinion, and, you know, you should, I guess, state it in the comments. If you want a good game, I suggest go playing Overwatch, because it has casual, it has competitive, they work, they actually make sense, they're not broken, and I know a lot of people hate that me saying this, but I think it's an overall better game at the moment. At the moment, I'm not saying it's a better game overall. I'm just saying right now, I think it's way better than TF2 at the moment, not overall. Because I know if I say that, a lot of TF2 12-year-olds are going to get mad and say I'm stupid. And I don't want to be called stupid by 12-year-olds. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Again, this is my opinion. So if you have your own, you may say it in the comments, and I will read through them, and I will respond. I'm not saying that you're an idiot, but saying, you know, giving my thoughts on what you have to say. And let's just make this a big conversation about this update. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys did enjoy, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm Monaki's Rift, and I'll see y'all later.